Hello everyone and welcome back to my wedding planning series. I hope you're ready for today because we're diving into something super exciting, creating your wedding mood board. This is where your vision starts to come to life and it's such a fun part of the entire process. And it's also essential for keeping your ideas organized and focused. So let's get started. First up, I want to cover why a mood board. Well, planning a wedding is filled with so many choices, from colors to decor, dresses, flowers, and just having a mood board helps you to stay on track. It's like a visual roadmap for your big day. A mood board helps you to avoid decision fatigue because you can visually see what fits together and what doesn't. It's a great way to communicate your ideas to vendors later on, and it also saves time when making decisions later on. Now, how do we start? We begin by gathering inspiration. And Pinterest is going to be your best friend for this. I personally love using Pinterest to pull together wedding looks and themes. You can start by searching for keywords that resonate with your style. Are you thinking, for example, boho chic, modern elegance, rustic romance? Just look for things that inspire you. A pro tip here, be sure to also check out Instagram and wedding blogs like the Not or Martha Stewart Weddings for additional ideas. Once you have your images, you can start creating your mood board in an app like Canva, for example. This one is free, easy to use, and later on also easy to share. So our mood board needs to cover the essentials, of course. So let's break that down. First up, we have color. Pick a primary color that you like, add some complementary ones. You can also go for all the colors. Everything is possible here, but just don't overdo it. Next up, we have venue. Add pictures of venues that match your theme. Indoor, outdoor, also here, just do you. Next up, we have dress. Include inspiration for your dress, even the smallest detail. Also here you can add bridesmaid dress and even what the groom will wear, but that's up to you. For place, we have decor. Think about a floral centerpiece, lights, furniture, everything that can match your theme. Last, we have textures and materials. Incorporate ideas from fabrics for fabrics and materials, whether it's lace, wood, velvet, glass. Your mood board should capture the essential. But here is the key. I gave you 5 points. Don't overdo it. If you don't need to add every texture, material or color that you love. Less is more. Pick 1 or 2 colors that truly represent the vibe that you want for your wedding. If you really love all colors, that's great, but then leave out all the materials and textures. Remember, simplicity often brings out the elegance. You will see if you start creating your mood board and you have too much, it will feel chaotic. Then just start over and just go for a few ideas that you really loved and leave the rest behind. So, when your mood board is ready, whom to share it with? First up, we have your wedding planner, if you have one. They will use this guide for their decisions and also the vendor recommendations. Next up, we have the vendors, florists, decorators, photographers, caterers. They will all benefit from knowing your style to create something that aligns with your vision. Even for photographers, you can make just a part dedicated to them. Next up, of course, we have the bridal party. It's just to get a sense of maybe what they should wear or how to complement your theme. And last, I also added family, but this is really something personal. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes not. So you know your family best. If it helps, do it. If they only are going to question your decision, just do you and leave them out. Remember, it is your day. So, last but not least, is your mood board final? The answer is no, at least not immediately. As you start to plan, you might feel the urge to change everything. Maybe you see a new trend or pop up or fall in love with a different color palette. My advice, don't start changing everything around. Try to stick to the original choices because they reflect your initial instinct and true style. You might make small tweaks, but don't overhaul the whole thing. Trust your vision. So I hope this helps to get you started with your wedding mood board. Remember, it's your visual guide to keep everything cohesive, beautiful, and just, yeah, uniquely you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments how your mood board is coming along. In the next video, we'll be talking about managing your guest list and creating beautiful invitations. See you then!